It is live from New York, Saturday night. Just chilling, maxing and relaxing. Waiting for some people to come in. Got a couple people streaming tonight. Thought I'd do my usual Saturday night stream though. What's going on, Transient? Kamusta. What's going on? How are you feeling, Transient? I was just thinking about you. You feeling any better? What's going on, J-Lo, Joseph, Broseph? What's going on, Bob? You were trying to protect me from the aliens? Which species? The Greys, the Zeta Reticuli? Which species of aliens? There's many species, Joseph. Wearing an EM hat is not going to help. The Greys? Why only the Greys? The Greys have evil intentions. Is that why? Reptilians? I thought reptilians are from Earth. I thought they live below ground. The reptilians. I thought they're here already. Am I wrong? I've always been suspicious of the tall whites. Oh, there's so many different species already here, Joseph. Haven't you seen Men in Black? Don't you know? Why are the Greys so interested in humanity? They're from Titan and Saturn. Okay. What's going on, Mr. Happy Stacker? Good to see you. You're tall white. I saw some green aliens in Arizona. Nice. My dad told me when this is when he was in the army, but he was not like in any official capacity. He's just driving. I don't know whether it was. I think he might have been in Virginia or near DC, and he saw a cigar-shaped UFO. He told me before, and he said it was like a like a bluish color, bluish greenish color. You said those are friendly UFOs, Joseph. Beetle insectoids underground. Okay, interesting. Enemies. They're enemies. The cigar-shaped UFOs. Okay. I used to sell weed to a guy whose father worked at Area 51. Yeah, I think you mentioned that last time. Those are our enemies. So who are the friendly aliens? What species are they? Because I know there are some friendly aliens that look like us, right? The Vast of Night movie. It's a campfire tale about aliens. No, I haven't seen that. I have to check that out, Bob. He did background music for movies and television shows. Yeah, nice. The cigar-shaped UFOs are the allies. They have gigantic women in them spacecraft. You just said they were the enemies, I thought. You just said they were the enemies. You sure you're not on that ayahuasca yet? Were you able to find someone to get you that ayahuasca? What about the werewolves? Have you forgotten about the werewolves, Joseph? Aren't you afraid of the werewolves too? You gotta smoke that ayahuasca, right? To get rid of the werewolves. Isn't that what you said before? So what's going on with everyone tonight? Anyone been buying anything now that the price is up? I'm lucky I bought some stuff on the dip. I didn't get it at the very bottom. I wish I did, but I did take advantage of the dip, and I did get somewhere between a half ounce and an ounce of gold, and I only bought 1 ounce of silver. Probably should have bought a little more silver. Saucers and the triangle shaped UFOs are our number one enemies. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I think the grays come in the saucers, right? What about the ones that come in orbs? You know what I'm talking about, Joseph? The little orbs. Who sends those to spy on us? I think I've seen one of those, to be honest, when I was in college. I literally saw I lived in a on-campus apartment, and I could have sworn when I looked out the window sometimes there was these little orbs, and at nighttime I saw one. It was like a reddish green color, and just like zoomed, like it just vanished in a blink of an eye. The orbs are high vibrational beings. Okay, by correction. You have to get 2 parts to make ayahuasca. Yeah, I told Joseph to go down to Mexico, but I don't know. We gotta fund his trip down to Mexico for that. Bouncers, also known as Foo Fighters, those are the smaller orbs. Yeah, a lot of those during World War II, the pilots would call them Foo Fighters. They saw them. I had the leaves and some pills, but don't know how much leaves to use and how. Now you definitely gotta know. You gotta definitely have someone guide you with that stuff, because that stuff you could have a really bad trip too. So you have to have someone supervising it, I think. In the U.S., it's legal if it's for religious beliefs. So if you go to some church that uses ayahuasca in their ceremonies, then it's legal in the U.S. Otherwise, you probably have to go to Mexico. Arizona, nice place to see stuff. You're hunting for a mushroom that can defend you from the grays. You gotta talk to Transient. He might know about that psilocybin mushroom. Arizona is a nice place. Yeah, I was in Las Vegas, and some guy wanted to. He was an Uber driver. He's like, "You want to go to Area 51?" I was like, it's a little too far away, buddy. I don't know. I'm only here for a couple days. I got the cactus that has mescaline in it too, but I couldn't get it out. Nice. Uh, yeah, I don't do any of that stuff. I just do take a little grass once in a while. That's about it, man. Try to stay clean. What's going on, Spoke? Good to see you. Welcome in. And you got an auction tomorrow, Spoke? San Pedro cactus. What's everyone been picking up? Anyone go to Silver Ocean's auction today? I saw he had an auction today. Maybe. Nice. Yeah, I got a little money. I don't have much, but I mean, if you got, see if you got some vintage, let me know. Definitely down for vintage. think you're in the wrong chat, Joseph. I don't think anyone would know about that stuff here. What's going on, JK? Good to see you, man. What have you been picking up lately? What's going on, OC? Yes, man. Both OCs. What's going on, OC and OC? The New York OC and California OC. Appreciate that, OC. Yes, I was able to view your videos finally. Thank you. I was not able to verify my age, so I'm happy I'm able to view your videos now, man. You have some Northwest Territorial Mint. I wouldn't consider that vintage necessarily. It's all good, man. It's all good, Spoke. If you really don't want to sell any, if you don't, you know, you don't have to. Yeah. So Joseph is trying to he's trying to get some mushrooms and crystals to defeat the Greys and the werewolves. What's going on, IBG? I'm just chilling tonight, taking it easy, watching the Olympics. What's going on, Aka? Good day, mate. I got some of your stuff. I put most of your stuff away, Aka. I got a huge, airtight, waterproof briefcase like a Pelican. I put all the stuff I get from community members. I already have 3 Pelican cases filled with stuff, guys. I don't throw out anything. It's all in Pelican cases, and I'm probably gonna have to buy another one. Negotiating moving 6,000 ounces of silver in the coin show. Nice, nice. I'm sure, I know you probably got a lot of big bars, OC. If you got any smaller bars, vintage bars, OC, let me know, man. I'm willing to pay cash. I love my vintage silver. I love vintage. Yeah, OC's no joke, man. He's a bullion dealer. He ain't no joke. I've been telling people, people don't believe me, so he's very modest about it. You're going to Thailand tomorrow? Seriously, transient? You're gonna spread the Nipah virus to Thailand now? Transient? Nice. Everyone chasing those gold medals more than ever. Melt those medals. Hey, what's going on, Joe? Good to see you. Welcome in. Yeah, doing a visa run. Nice. You gotta go to you gotta go to where Akka went if you go, or you just going to Bangkok. You gotta go to Soy Cowboy. That's where my friend likes to go, to Soy Cowboy. I'm almost surprised that SD, JM, etc. don't open local franchise outlets. Well, Bob. Um, well, I don't know. I don't know exactly where they're located, but I know Amex is in Oklahoma. Um, what else? I'm trying to think. I don't know where the other dealers are exactly. I think some of them are in Colorado, Utah, somewhere in those parts. But Bullion Exchanges has a physical location, and I've done live streams from there, so you could check it out. Some of my live streams from there. Some of my videos I've incorporated it in when I picked up this thing. Received the Morgan today. No problem. Oh, I'm glad you got it, Renee. I'm glad it came safe to you. My pleasure. My pleasure. Why can't I think of the name of the where you went? I just can't think of it right now. Don't go to pop pong though. um, Popcorn. Am I making popcorn? Oh, does it sound? You could hear that, JK? That's my steam in my room. I try to turn the valve off, but it comes through, man. That's the old apartments in New York City. It's heating oil we use, and you get the steam coming through. So sorry if you hear it. Sounds like popcorn being made. Oh damn, yeah, it's kind of loud. It's kind of loud, man. I'm trying. Maybe I should try to move everything over a little bit. I'm really surprised you could hear that, JK. I didn't think you could hear that. If I open up the valve, it's gonna let in a flood of steam in my room, which it's already like almost 90 degrees. So I don't want it. It's almost 80 degrees. I really don't want it. I'm really surprised you could hear that. Oh man, come on, Joseph, man. Stop. Come on, man. Why are you making this stuff up? You want to make some EMF underwear, invent it. Where were you in Thailand, Aka? Jom Tien Beach. That's it. Jom Tien Beach. Yeah, my friend likes going there too. So it's like laid back there. My friend was going there like 35 years ago, before Thailand became really popular. He used to go there. Sounds like popcorn's making. Yeah, I know. It's my steam, man. There's like a little there's like a little ball in the I don't know, it's like a little ball and it's like floating up and down. It's rattling around in the valve. I can't even if I open it, it'll sound it's like it'll really sound loud. There's nothing I could do, man. Welcome to New York City apartments. How close is New York City getting to Soylent Green times? I hope never. What's going on? God is great. Did you? Yeah, you sent me the rock that looks like cake. I got it. You want me to pull it out? Enough already. Good Lord, find a channel that talks about nonsense. Yeah, air in the pipes. Yeah, like I said, there's like this little like gimbal that's in the pipe. It like rattles around. I don't know. I remember having gas heater and a fireplace in Southern Cali when I was a kid. Rock cake. Yeah, it looked pretty cool. It had those layers, those bands. Definitely a sedimentary rock. I could pull it out. You're gonna be having a video upload party coming soon. Show my appreciation to community members. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Renee. Thank you so much. My pleasure. Do I gotta time you out, Joseph? Anyone could time you out, Joseph. Just remember that. Just be careful what you say in here. Would go in what? How high gold would go in 2026? I don't know. It, it's anyone's best guess how high it's gonna go. I personally think I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my opinion. So let me put that disclaimer out there. Um, I think it's definitely going to go over 6,000 easy, but how high is anyone's best guess? I have no clue. 6,000 maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think that's realistic. The way precious metals. If the U.S. attacks Iran, I think it could go even higher than that. But we'll see. Maybe in the short term. So yeah. Hey, what's going on, Paul? I really hope it doesn't go that high, like Paul said, because the dollar is going to be worth a lot less, and yeah, it's going to cause inflation. I don't think it's a good thing if prices go up. To be honest, it's a very bad thing if prices go up too much. What's going on, Reckless? A lot of people are saying a lot of different things about why the price of silver is going up. People are saying, people in the silver in the paper market are trying to force it down, and because they got to. I don't know. That could be part of the reason why it's going down, but I just think it was going up way too fast. People were hyping it up, but I don't know what that means. $10,000 someday in the distant future, for sure, JK. I don't think we're more than 5 years away from $10,000 an ounce gold. They will send BlackRock. Oh man, you hear my popcorn percolating? Yeah, I wouldn't mind if it went down to 3,000 either. I'd definitely be loading up on it. That'd be great if it went back down to that. I'd love it. Bank CEOs just saying stock market pullback of 20% next year. I'm guessing 7K when that pullback happens. Um, I don't know. It's anyone's best guess. I mean, I don't know. I didn't see anything. If you could send an article, a link to where you saw that, I'd appreciate it. I'm just worried about the grays, not the price of silver. The gain was way too fast. Yeah, absolutely. Start investing in lead. You mean? I don't know, guys. I think it's good to diversify what you invest in. You shouldn't just invest in precious metals. Although I do invest a large portion of my discretionary income in precious metals. And so it's good to definitely diversify in different things, like property or stock market. Definitely for me, I would not recommend crypto, but to each their own. I've been saying for years crypto's a pump and dump, and I think you're starting to see that with the price of Bitcoin right now. And I think all cryptos are eventually going to go to zero. And I've been saying this for years, and I think at least for a lot of them, it's starting to happen. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. I could be completely wrong, but I've been saying that for years that it's a pump and dump. Oh yeah, transient. Where's he? Is he? Did he go to Argentina like the Nazis did after World War II? If you get water out of the freezer, Joseph, wouldn't it be frozen? How could you drink it? Israel, apparently. I don't know about that. I think he's long gone. I think people silenced him. I leave it for 15 minutes and take it out. Okay. Pew pew lead. uh, yes, I do. I strongly support Israel. Yes, I do. My collections, investments are all over the place. They either maintain their value or exceed it as years pass. I thought I saw Kurt Russell here in Manila. Oh yeah, how's he doing? You saw him with Goldie Hawn's. I don't like to get into politics, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Social Security equals a Ponzi scheme. You kind of have a point there, JK, because you put your money in the trust of the government, and what you get out of it, you get a little bit out, and they just keep collecting more money to try to pay everyone, right? It kind of is like a Ponzi scheme, right? You love me? You love me, Joseph? Oh man, I don't like talking politics. So what's everyone's plan for precious metals? Silver's still kind of low. Took a dip. We'll see what happens on Monday. I think I will level and slowly rise in the next 2 weeks. Watch for mid-February, March for a higher move. It could be possible. Could be possible. I'm noticing transient buy a half bot bar. Yeah, I got my Thai gold, mate. I don't know where the hell I put that thing. I keep losing that thing, man. It's terrible of me, right? I know where it is. Hold on, I'm gonna show you guys. We got some Thai gold that Akka gave me. Check it out. It's hard to. I didn't even take it out, mate. I tried to take it out, and I saw. I guess it was already bent. You probably took it out already. 1 gram, 96.5% gold, and Akka hit it with an XRF, and it proved to be accurate. So Thai gold has no copper in it. Thank you again, mate. That was really generous of you. I really appreciate it. Was that in Bangkok, Akka? Yeah, very awesome of him. Was that 51,000 bot? Gold has gone up a lot since you've gotten this. Even I haven't taken it out, mate. It's like I'm not gonna take it out because it's just gonna get bent. I don't want to bend it anymore. So yeah, there we go. Got my Thai gold right here. What's going on, Humble? Good to see you, brother. I know you had your own live stream a little earlier. Figure I'll do my little live stream tonight. Yeah, I love the red pouch too. Usually, Southeast Asian gold is very high carat gold, at least 22 carat usually. And the clasps that they have are like kind of like a hook clasp. Like I've seen the jewelry before. So really cool that they use high carat gold. I know gold is highly malleable and ductile, but they don't have any problem in Thailand using it, wearing it as jewelry, high carat gold. Of course, in the U.S. here we only have 14 carat. That's pretty standard. Now they have, they have 10 carat gold. In Europe, they use mostly 18 karat gold. You don't really see 18 karat gold too much in the US. Contracts. Talking about gold contracts? Well, who mentioned that? Basing their metals projections based on de-dollarization and the interest payments on the massive debt pile of the US. I'm just guessing. I don't really know where the price of precious metals are going to be by the year's end. I'm basing on the last few years. It's easily gone up over $1,000 an ounce a year. So I think it's pretty safe to assume it's going to go up to 6,000 at least by the end of the year. I went to the one in Lotus and Pattaya. The Therataya markets. Nice. Pattaya. Yeah. That's where my friend goes, to Pattaya. He likes it there. I know the teams who are going to win Stanley Cup, and I know the team that's going to win the Super Bowl. Well, I mean, you could just bet on it, Joseph, right? You don't need the money. You could do your own betting, right? What's going on, Theodore? Tikanis. When COMEX contracts come due and companies stand for delivery and they don't have it, silver will go up. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is true. 6K, whether it stays, who knows, but I think it will hit that at some point. Yeah, same here. I really think it will hit that too. Garfield Arbuckle, welcome in. I love watching Garfield as a kid. I love lasagna too. Room service is here. Nice. You had a mushroom burger today? Was it a special mushroom, Joseph? I don't think sports betting is rigged. Some of it is. I don't think all of it is. I think it's too big to control. I mean, magical burgers, yup. Magic mushrooms, baby. Psilocybin, baby. I'll probably sell my ETFs at 6K. To be honest, I'll keep my gold bullion and hold. That's good. Yeah, I don't deal with paper gold or silver. I deal with just physical. I never purchased. My friend, he used to be a stockbroker on Wall Street in the 80s and 90s. And I've been telling him for years to buy gold, and he told me the other day he bought gold, but he didn't say if he probably bought ETFs, I'm sure. I don't think he bought physical. So we'll see. He came back into town for the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna see him tomorrow, but I'll probably see him in a couple months. We're planning on going to Vegas. Yeah, I don't really follow football, so I don't even know who's playing. Like I'm one of the few people who doesn't really watch football. I like going to live sporting events. I try to go to Yankees games in the summertime. I love basketball games. I was never really into football for some reason. I like European football, soccer, but football, I don't know. It wasn't crazy popular here in New York. I mean, it's kind of popular, but not like in some more, middle America. It's a lot more popular, I think. There's just so many sports here to choose from. I wouldn't say it's gay. I wouldn't say that. I, it's just not for me. Like I mean, I like going to football games. I've been to live football games and I like watching it live. But I don't know, watching it on TV for me, I don't know. I'm not that into it. Everyone's into different things. Yeah, that'd be cool. See, I'm looking at the middle of April. I gotta play it by year right now because the project I'm working on, it ends the end of March, and then I get switched over to another project probably in April sometime, like beginning of April or maybe the end of March. So I really don't even know my own schedule. I might have to do some training. So I'm thinking like the middle to end of April is when I'm gonna go to Vegas, probably just for a few days. I'll definitely give you a heads up at least like a few weeks in advance. Thanks, I appreciate it, Alki. Yeah, I love my Centenario. It's one of my top five favorites that I have. I used to like NASCAR when it was the Winston Cup. I used to watch car racing on TV when I was a kid. I used to like it, but yeah, it kind of I don't know. I liked it for some reason. I really liked car racing when I was a kid. Dale Earnhardt Jr. or Senior. I used to EV bet, but the best my CLV was high, like 10%, but my rate ROI was only about 5%. Variance was insane. Yeah, well, you know what? This outperformed everything last year. This is your best bet right here. So I'm gonna I'm gonna try to stock up a little bit more. We'll see what happens on Monday. I'm kind of hoping it goes down a little more. I wanna I wanna load up. I need to post a shorter you for you. I have something you keep mentioning that you like to see. Go for it, man. Go for it. Probably a fragrance. I just subscribed to you, so if you do, I should get a notification. Yeah, man, I gotta do my review. I gotta do my review. Thinking about doing it on well, I was gonna do either Dior Sauvage or Spice Bomb. Hmm. Mm. I might do it on the Spice Bomb, I think. So we'll see. Smells so good. Mm, really good. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do a lot of editing on the video of if I do if I do my review. So a little more graphics than I use in my most of my precious metal videos. I think I'm really gonna try to see, but we'll see what happens with that. Thank you, OC. I appreciate that. I don't have the gram. I don't have the only social media I have is this pretty much for precious metals. I don't really have. I'm on some forums, but um, that's just to buy and sell precious metals. It's not to, do any content really. You got a picture of Talladega with your silver NASCAR coin. You don't got a picture with Ricky Bobby. Whatever they say. Oh, this is my only social media. Yeah, same here, JK. I have for professional. I have uh, I have LinkedIn for professional social media, but aside from that, I don't. I used to have Facebook more than 20 years ago when it was only for college students. I had it. I used to have MySpace. I used to have Zanga, but that was when I was a kid. That's the social media I had when I was a kid. Nobody uses those anymore. People are starting to get away from Facebook even now. So yeah, I haven't. I was able to. I heard you can't delete your account, but I mean, I deleted it like in almost 20 years ago. I don't think they saved the data from that long ago, but you never know. Um, yeah, my friends would post stupid things on there when I was in college, and I didn't want employers seeing that. I'm like, I don't want employers thinking I'm like that. So I kind of got rid of it when I graduated. I'm like, I don't want employers seeing that stuff on there. Because employers are gonna look on your social medias. They're gonna look you up. So if your friends or family has stupid shit on there, it prevents a lot of times it can prevent you from getting a job. So I don't. That's why I got rid of it. You could find it on the Wayback Machine. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's probably deleted by now. But was 40 years since gold did a one single largest drop of 12%. Well, there's 20% fluctuation in silver price in one day, 10% fluctuation at least. You got 917 followers on Instagram. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I don't really care. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of a private person to begin with. So it's like I had Facebook. It was kind of cool when I was in college. I kept in contact with people I went to high school with, and other people I went to college with. Obviously, that was good for networking too. I was like, girls would add me and shit. I'd add girls and stuff. Try to try to hook up, whatever. But yeah, you could get in trouble too with that. So I was like, I'm not gonna keep Facebook. Yeah, my friend. If we did film stuff back then, we'd post it on YouTube. We wouldn't post it on Facebook. I don't even know if they had the. I don't even think you could post any video on Facebook back then. I think it was more like Zanga or something, or MySpace. I don't even know if you could post videos back then on Facebook. I'm trying. You probably could, but I don't remember. To be honest, I really don't remember. I just remember YouTube. My friend did the tequila stuntman. He posted it on YouTube. He got like 40,000 views of that thing. And my other friend did. Um, it was very strange, the college that I went to. So they had dorms, right? And they had like a bridge. Like it really wasn't like a big bridge, like a big gap. So Literally, the floor I lived on, I would go down one flight to where the bridge was, and right next door to the building, the dorms were like actual classrooms. So I could literally walk less than 500 feet to a classroom from my dorm where I slept, my room, and it was really strange. So they filmed like a video. It was like a Japanese exchange student, and he's like taking a shower, and then he just like walked, like they show him like going from his dorm to like the classroom, and you could literally walk like less than 500 feet to like a classroom from your dorm, which was like kind of really strange setup they had. But yeah, so he got, I don't remember how many views. He got at least like 15,000 views on that video. He came out with a ski mask and my RPG looking like a terrorist. Then the rocket blew up in my face. What? Used to have a VHS tape of me testing different weapons. What? Seriously? Damn, man. Joseph, man, come on. Yeah, my friends did some I know some people who did some stupid shit, and they didn't even record it, man. The stuff I saw, half like 90% of the shit I seen. My roommate was crazy, man. I don't even want to tell you what he did. Like, he made me film that shit and he put it on YouTube. I think it's still up on YouTube too. Nobody uses MySpace. MySpace was my favorite social media platform. Oh my God. I used to add so many girls on there, and like, I used to get so many girls from MySpace. I love MySpace. And then when I went away to college, it's like, no one's really using MySpace anymore. They're starting to use Facebook now. So I was like, let me just use Facebook. What about that? What about that Tech Nine? About that Tech Nine transient? Thought I forgot about that. All right, cool. I used to love MySpace, man. MySpace was the best social media. It really was. So much better than Facebook. I used to love it. You can go to the Marina Del Rey with some scuba gear and try to find it. I'm good. I'm good. I'm sure that's not the only thing I find if I tried digging up for it. Mostly. Is it semi-automatic or is it automatic? You lost your weapons and gold in a boating accident. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, JK. Who keeps telling me that? Who keeps sending me emails saying they lost it in a boat? I know you did. I know Coyote Grad Collectible said the same thing. Why do I keep hearing people, and some other guy who came in here too in my chat? He's like, "Yeah, I lost all my PMs in a boating accident." Like, I don't get it. Like, so many people. Oh, you're leaving OC? Oh, or you're just saying goodbye to the other OC? Yeah, I know, transient. I don't think he used an AK in the movie, Joe. Oh, actually, he did. He did in one scene. Yeah, he did. I think he used like an M14 or something, or M16 or something. I don't know. think my dad trained on the M14. No, he trained on something else earlier than that. And then I think they eventually switched to the M14. Yeah. Well, with your profession traveling across country, I'm sure you could easily find someone out of state. They went out of business just like a few weeks ago. The company that made them just went out of business. So I was really surprised when I heard that. Oh man, it smells so good. Having all these colognes in my room smells so damn good. It might sound like popcorn's popping, but it smells good, my room. At least that much, right? All right, OC. Have a good night, man. Take care of yourself. I don't blame you, but movie night. Yeah, we're gonna see Close Encounters of the what is it, the third kind? You ever seen that movie, Joseph? I think you should watch that movie, Joseph. I think you'd like it. It's an old movie, but it's a good one. You lost your original silver stack to a known thief during a house party I was hosting back in the 90s. That's okay. My stack is 10 times that now. Sounds like you're typing a letter to one of those girls you have on MySpace. Nah, man, that was a long time ago. What does this sound like? A typewriter? People said it sounded like popcorn popping. It's basically my steam in my room. It's like a little cylinder, like it's just like rotate. It's like moving in the pipe, and I don't know. You've seen Close Encounters? Your mom's favorite movie? Yeah, it's actually one of my mom's favorite movies too. What's going on, Raka? I put a lock on my bedroom door so no one can walk away with anything if I have company. That's smart. Yeah, I had. I take safety precautions. I don't really keep much of my stuff at home. I have a secure facility, offsite facility, um, that's temperature controlled, where most of my stuff is. And I know people don't, they say not to, keep it in the bank. Um, it's not a bank vault. It's just a private location that I have access to probably about, say about 10 hours a day. It's pretty decent, their hours. So I just keep a few of my favorite pieces like this, at home, which is a lot more than I probably should. But there's a lot of, let's say, security where I live. So I'm not too worried about anyone trying to break in. There's tons of security and cameras all over where I live, so I'm not too concerned. It was bad back in the 90s, though, where I grew up. It was crazy because um, the apartment like next to me got burglarized. They could have easily broken in to where I lived, and we had a security guard back then. It's kind of weird times. You bury it in the barn. That's good. It's always good to put it someplace obvious where people would not think to look. That's probably the best. That's probably your best bet. My friend stole 1/4 ounce gold Krugerrand from some drug dealers back in high school. I think you told. I think you mentioned that as well. Yeah, I don't know about that, Joseph. I don't know. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, I got. I'm kind of sorry I didn't get into precious metals earlier. I was dealing with a lot of watches the last like 10 years. More than 10 years ago, I started buying watches. And hey, what's going on, Freddie? I trusted him for a long time. I'd have him fix my watches, and I'd sell them, or just keep them, add them to my collection. And he stole a lot of my watches. Unfortunately, he stole some fairly valuable watches, and I trusted him. I actually gave him some money. I used to go to Vegas with him and his family. I met his family, and I was really good friends with him. I mean, this guy would text me almost every day, and he stole my money, he stole my watches, so I had to sue him. And I don't like getting involved in lawsuits, but unfortunately, he left me no choice. And yeah, I sued him, and the judge, they took a long time. They gave this guy every opportunity, and so I ended up winning. But you know what? You know how much money I spent in legal fees? With the amount of money I won, it's basically like a third of what you know. So I was like, and then my lawyer's like, well, he lied to the court. He said he didn't have any money, any assets. So I could have taken him to criminal court. I could have actually had him arrested and put in jail for you know lying about his assets to the judge. So I was like, he's like, you want to take him to criminal court and put him in jail? I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I said, I don't want to be vindictive. I got most of what my watches, what I paid for them. I couldn't actually recover what they were actually worth, which was significantly more than what I paid. So I lost money on that, and I lost money because I had to pay legal fees. And unfortunately, the IRS doesn't, you're not allowed to declare legal fees as a tax deduction. So, and in the state that I sued in, you can't you couldn't claim legal fees either in the judgment in that state. You couldn't get it as part of the money awarded. So I pretty much got screwed. And you know what? I believe in karma. So he'll get his someday. It is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, it's messed up, Joe, because I knew this guy I literally knew him for years. I used to go on vacation with his family. I met his family. It's like this dude would text me almost every day. I would literally send him thousands of dollars worth of watches, and he'd send them back to me. And because I trusted him at that point. And then after like 5 or 6 years of knowing him, this is what he did to me. It's crazy. That's why I'm very cautious now with, that's a bit why, not only because I have gold, but I know there's some really great people in this community, but I try not to get too close or reveal too much information more than I feel that I should share for a reason. It's because I've been burned already. I see some people in the community, if they try to get too close to me, they want to become my friend, this and that. It's all well and good. You could message me, whatever, but there's a point where I'm like, what is this person's true intentions? What are they, are they trying to pull a fast one on me? So I'm very cautious. I'm very cautious. I've learned my lesson. Yeah. So I met him. I originally bought some watches from him on, of all places, Etsy. I purchased some watches on Etsy from him back in the day. He had a lot of nice, rare watches at fairly decent prices. So he showed me some stuff. I started texting him. He showed me some stuff, and I started buying from him. Off of the website, not on Etsy anymore. He would list stuff on eBay, you know, and he had good rating on eBay. So I was like, all right, this guy look legit. So he started fixing watches for me. He did a good job. He didn't charge me that much money, and literally I'd get what he would like to do is he liked me to send a lot of watches at one time. He wouldn't like me sending it piecemeal, like one at a time. So I'd send him like 10 or 15 watches at a time to fix, and he'd fix them for me. And some of them I'd keep, some of them I'd flip. And I never had any problem for like 4 or 5 years. Like he would take a long time sometimes because he had other people he'd fix the watches for. I'd go to Vegas with him. I met his wife, his mother, like I met his family, and, and he's like, taking my money, you know. So, you know what? It is what it is. You got to be really careful. I'm very cautious now. I'm very that's one reason why, like, some people might say, I heard people say like I'm a mysterious guy. I'm not really that mysterious. If you think I'm mysterious, it's for a good reason because I've gotten burned in the past. So that's why if you think I'm mysterious, it's for a reason. I don't want to get burned again. Yeah, I definitely learned a lesson. I'm very, I don't trust people as much as I used to, unfortunately. It's sad, but you know what? I haven't gotten burned since then. Well, for the most part. If you're talking about women, that's a whole other story. But as far as um, professional business, no. When something doesn't feel right, I just back away real quick. And there's people in this community too. I really don't want to name, someone who I no longer talk to in this community. Unfortunately, I was buying from them and they did something very shady to me. I basically paid them for something that I thought they had, and then they tell me, "Oh, you know, I gotta wait a week to get it." And I was like, "I thought you're showing me pictures of it, and I'm assuming you have it, right?" So in my mind, I'm thinking this guy's trying to pull a fast one on me, right? So I don't want to name who it is, but there was someone who did something very shady, and unfortunately, I don't talk to them anymore. And I feel bad because, you know, this person I bought from before, and it always goes back to my past experiences when something doesn't feel right. When something goes off in my mind saying, why is this person saying they have this item and then they're saying they're going to wait a week? They didn't tell me they didn't have the item. when they took my money, they told me after they took my money, they said, "Oh, I'm gonna wait a week to get it for you." I was like, why are you taking my money then if you don't have it, right? How is that fair to me? I wanted to give this as a gift to someone and I needed it in a certain amount of time, and then you tell me after I give you the money that you don't have it, you know? There's something really shady about that. So I didn't like that. So unfortunately, I don't talk to this person anymore in the community, and I don't want to name who it is. Yeah, I got so I said, can I have my money back then? And they're like, well, I already spent your money. And I was like, what? I wasn't happy when they told me they spent my money already, right? They're like, so I said, I need my money back. And they're like, okay, I'll get you your money back. And then I was like, I waited like a half hour. I'm like, when are you gonna get my money back? I thought they're gonna let me. It was just really shady. You know, I'm like, why are you spending? First of all, you tell me you have something, you're offering me something for sale, right? You take my money, then you say you don't have it, you're gonna get it next week. So meanwhile, you're using my money to buy something else that I could have bought, but you're I'm basically lending you money now, right? So I said, I said I need my money back, and they're like, I don't have it or something like that, or I spent it already. Basically that's what they told me to that effect. I was really pissed off. So when people do something shady like that, I can't trust people, unfortunately, based on what I just said. Must work for SD Bullion. I hope not. I just made a purchase from SD Bullion. I trust you. Of course, I'm here in 15 minutes. I'm hoping shower like a bunny. What? Easter bunny? Hey, what's going on, AGAU, man? I didn't see you, man. How are you doing? Yeah, I don't want to, I don't want to name names. I don't like to, it doesn't matter who it is. For whatever reason, they did that. They needed the money, I guess. And I don't want to judge people, but when they pull a fast one like that on me, no, I'm sorry. I know better than that. And the messed up, well, I don't want to go on. I don't even want to mention that because I just don't. Just forget it. This is how pets came to be in existence. What? It's my money and I want it now. I want my money. I want my money. Like tracks. I want my money. Oh man. Oh man. He's gonna get his money. He's gonna also have to go to court to get his money. Those guys are so shady in the Diamond District. A lot of them. Bullion exchanges is pretty well known. I like to mostly deal with them. There's a couple good dealers though. There's a couple good guys like Big Apple Coin. He's decent. He's a good guy. Um, there's a couple dealers I go to, but a lot of the bullion dealers are not bad. Some of them are kind of shady, but yeah, there's a lot of characters there in the Diamond District you gotta watch out for. Oh, I do transient. I do. I don't. I seriously thought about going that route to get my money back, but you know what? I said I don't. I don't want to do that for a lot of reasons because I don't. I've never. I've only. I've only asked one of them to do me a favor one time, and yeah, they did it. No, I didn't have, no questions asked. Someone kept someone kept harassing me, and let's just say they didn't harass me anymore after my friend had someone talk to them. So I I don't like to go that route. I know both the Sicilian and Russian, you know, Cosa Nostra. So I don't I don't like to take that route. If you really mess with me, as a last resort, then yeah. If you mess with me or my family, then yeah, I'm definitely gonna go that route. But I'm not that type of person who would go that route. Exactly. You had something similar happen in the community. A person told me they had a silver pour I was looking for. They didn't. I'm image searched their photo, and it led to Whatnot, where a seller was. Yeah, I don't know if this person's on Whatnot or not, but yeah, I don't wanna say anymore. I'm sorry you had that experience, Renee. Just call Max from Trax to buy your metals at the Diamond District. Trax is not. I'm telling you, he's not there. I literally would walk by there every morning, Monday through Friday. I never saw him there. I worked there for about 4 months, not in the Diamond District, but I had to walk through the Diamond District to the next block over, and he was never there. I went there during lunch hour too. Never saw Tracks. I saw a couple people I've seen in some of the videos there, but I never seen Tracks. That's anyone's best guess, Manchu. That's anyone's best guess. The gangster I used to sell my weed to wholesaler got 7 year sentence for shooting an occupied dwelling when some guy was home. Guy guy owed home 14K. I think you told me that story, transient. Yeah, I think you told me that. Yeah, my grandmother used to date um someone who was connected to La Cosa Nostra, so I had a family connection to it. Indirectly, not directly, indirectly. And yes, I did meet a godfather before, and I got an interesting story about that, but I don't want to talk about it on here. I don't know who's listening. I don't want to talk about it on here. But if I ever meet anyone in person, we could talk about it. I got some interesting stories to tell growing up. Anyways, yeah, I don't know where gold's going. I think in the short term gold and silver are going to go up, but who knows? I could be wrong. Silver might be going down. It's kind of weird the other day when I saw gold and platinum going down and silver was actually going up. There's definitely some type of manipulation going on. I definitely think there's some manipulation. I think it has to do with the paper market. I think they wanted the price to go down for obvious reasons. Uh, I don't know if I want to hear that, Joseph. You could tell me, but I don't know if I want to hear it. You got good car related stories. Nice. Well, JK, if I ever go back down to Tennessee, man, if I got to do some more training for work, I might have to, I might have to go back down there. I don't know if it's there, but they might pick another location. I'm hoping I don't have to do much more training, but we'll see what happens. If they go to Florida or Vegas, I could live with that. I wouldn't mind that for a few days. Tennessee was awesome, man. I love Nashville. I really do. It's an amazing city downtown. I love the music scene. Everything is fine until it isn't. Sure, been around for thousands of years, but so have horse-driven carriages. Well, gold is a little bit different than a horse-driven carriage, right? It's like comparing apples to oranges. Sit back and wait for the smoke to clear. And that's what I tell people. If you're putting your money in precious metals is a long-term game. You can't have the crypto mindset because you're going to get burned in the end if you just buy it for short-term gain. If you do actually end up making money in the short term selling precious metals, just imagine how much money you could have made if you held it on for much longer. Because I keep telling people, Manchu, look at the 100-year price of silver and gold. It's only gone up over the last 100 years. It has not gone down. It goes up and down. Yes, it goes up and down, but over time, it only goes up. It hasn't gone down. So for me, I think it's a great hedge against inflation, precious metals. I'm using it for my retirement. I don't want to have, if I leave my money in the bank, it's going to get devalued. I have very little money in my bank. I try not to keep any money except a little bit for emergencies, and that's it. If I ever need some real money, I know where to go to. So this is my bank right here. Arcadia, Arcadia, California. I heard of Arcadia. 66 Nova. I made a 12-minute speed run from Arcadia to Chino on my 66 Nova. Too bad OC's not in here anymore. He knows all about cars. See the USA in your Chevrolet. Oh man. Yeah, if you guys are into cars, you could watch the Crazy Aztec. Um, I don't know if he's doing it anymore. He used to go to Cars and Coffee in Northern California, like Carmichael, California area. So unfortunately, he can't go anymore because he got a job that interferes with that. Oh yeah, he's big into cars as well. Have you been by Sho Kosugi's house? Who the hell is that? When you eat at the Hell's Kitchen at Las Vegas and Gordon Ramsay Burger. I made a reservation for the to eat at the Gordon Ramsay restaurant. I think they closed already, right? I think I heard they closed. He closed his restaurant. And I was like, it was so much money there. I canceled the reservation. I was gonna go when I went to Vegas one time, and I'm like, it's not worth it. Who's Sho Kosugi? I don't know who that is even. 2026 Costco Buffalo baby. Congratulations, cheese on top. That is awesome. They're pretty hard to get those buffaloes. The US Mint is like really not releasing too much out right now. I guess to the large dealers they are. Um, so that's awesome. You were able to get one. Congratulations. Sho Kosugi is a Japanese actor, martial artist, and writer with extensive training in Shindo Jienin Ryu Karate, Kendo, Judo. Well, um, yeah, Kendo. I mean, that's like sword fighting, pretty much. Um, Judo is mostly with your it's with your hands, I think. It's like grappling. Aikido and ninjutsu. Yeah, it's a lot of them are like sword martial arts, all different types. That's pretty cool. Actually, never heard. I'm trying to see if I remember this guy from any movie. He looks vaguely familiar from some movies that I've seen. Vaguely familiar. Yeah, I don't know who that guy is though. Costco has some amazing prices on um on their precious metals sometimes. If you're fortunate enough to get it, it's a beautiful house. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I was just looking him up. You want to try a Vegas buffet? I highly recommend the Wynn buffet, although the prices right now are astronomical. Pre-COVID, I remember the Wynn buffet was around $40 to $45. When I went to Vegas I want to say I went in 2022 or 2023. The price was about um, I think it was like $75. It's probably even more now. So I think Vegas has become way overpriced, but I get it. I mean, you used to be able to go to a buffet for like 20, $30. Now it's probably triple that. So it's very overpriced Vegas now, and they're doing it intentionally now. I was reading an article. They're trying to target to a more affluent crowd now. They're basically milking people because they lost a lot of money during the pandemic, so they're trying to recoup their money now. But yeah, I'm still going to Vegas though. I'm still going this year. Countries don't have to declare how much they have. Officially, the U.S. has about 200 something million ounces of gold, but that's officially. Unofficially, it could be as high as 800 million ounces. So it's the same with China. China doesn't declare all the gold that they have. That's obvious. They don't officially declare how much they have. I don't think most countries do. My father survived World War II, the Korean conflict, and the Vietnam. Wow. He told me mixed martial arts, our local police force know full well who I am. That is awesome, man. That is awesome, Renee. That is so cool. Yeah, my grandfather was in the South Pacific in World War II. He was in the army. You have to go where the locals go. Exactly, exactly. Well, the buffets, I mean, even the locals go to the buffets, but there's some really good buffets. I mean, I don't personally eat meat, but I've been to the Golden Steer before. There really wasn't much for me to eat there. I just had a salad there. But I went to it. My friend told me now, my friend who's retired, he's like, oh, that place got blown up on social media. He's like, you go to all these steakhouses now, and there's like all these like Asian tourists and stuff. Like I go to Peter Luger's now, and it's like all these Asian tourists go there. Um, so I don't know. I've been to places that were not that popular, I guess, before social media, not as well known. But yeah, I went to the Golden Steer before. That's a famous steakhouse in Vegas. The world's best Thai restaurant, well, America's best Thai restaurant, I should say, is in Vegas. I Last time I went to Vegas, I found this really good Thai place. They have some really good Thai places in Vegas. Even better than the food was better than in New York City. Even I thought it was amazing. The Thai food. Government's keeping quiet on how much they have. Yeah, I don't officially declare how much gold I have to my own wife either. Smart man. Your brother lives in Vegas? Nice. JK, man, you want to see your brother in April? Let me know. I'm gonna be in. I'm probably gonna be in Vegas then. OC might swing by, so we'll see. I'm only gonna be there for a few days though. I'm not gonna be there for long. My neighbor across the street from me was a World War II combat veteran who was in the Pacific. That's awesome. He's still alive. That's awesome, man. That's great. Yeah, I met some World War II veterans in my day as well. I met one about almost 10 years ago already. He's probably not alive anymore. He was already in his 90s, and he was about 90. And yeah, he was a World War II bomber pilot. He dropped bombs over Japan, and yeah, he told me some things. He's like they never really told us, who we were dropping these bombs on. They were just basically given the orders and they just followed it. He said you think we were just bombing military sites? He said no. So I think he had I think years later, I don't think he realized at the time who he was bombing, but I think probably years later he probably found out, that he was probably bombing some civilians or whatever, non-military targets. So he was just following orders. He didn't know any better. He was just a young pilot back then. Um, so yeah, I heard some stories from some World War II veterans before. Yeah, I could imagine transient. I could just imagine. I think I don't know. I don't know if my I don't know if my dad just told me this or my grandfather told my dad this. But um I don't know. My dad claims my grandfather didn't fight, he was a dentist or something, but I don't know. I'm kind of not buying that that story. But I don't know. El Salvador has gold but won't mine it due to birds living in the area that have gold, and the birds are more precious now than gold. Well, it's all good. We don't need El Salvador's gold, Joseph. We got Venezuela's gold now, so we're all good. We got their oil, we got their gold. Venezuela is the largest producer of gold in South America. You think it's all about the oil? It wasn't all about the oil. They got tons of gold in Venezuela too. I think they have the largest proven gold reserves in South America, Venezuela. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, look at Dresden and Tokyo. Exactly. He was one of those bomber pilots over Tokyo. He told me he said he said we bombed the hell out of them night and day. He like they had planes like refueling in the air. He said he didn't he go out for like 18 hours a day or some shit and just bomb the hell out of, until they ran out of bombs or whatever. He's like, we just bombed the hell out of them. So yeah, during the Normandy invasion, my father was already inland with the 101st Paratrooper Glider Division before beaches were even stormed. Nice. Well, you know what, Renee? The fact that he got lost, it might have saved his life. So you're very fortunate. Yeah, I met all sorts of people when I was a kid. You know, people who lived through that generation and saw things. So, and it's sad because a lot of people now forget history, and a lot of people deny history now too, which is even worse. And people don't realize that history repeats itself. So, what are you gonna do? It's all social media's fault. I blame social media. My father was 10 years old and riding his bike around, making sure everyone obeyed blackouts. I have a pet cockatiel that speaks Spanish. Yeah, does he say loco en la cabeza to you, Joseph? Loco, loco. I'm just messing with you, Joseph. I'm just messing with you. ChatGPT will tell anyone what happened and why. Yeah, you think ChatGPT is 100% accurate, right? I don't think so. Oh man, what is this message for review? What is this shit? They have these people in this room. I'm tired of these bots. Yeah, I can't trust a lot of what Chat GPT or any of these AIs AI bots say because it's not always 100% accurate. You really got to do your own research. You want a burrito? He screams your name with full precision, asking for food. Nice. I want a burrito. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with AI. People, it's kind of scary about AI, to be honest. AI is taking over a lot of people's jobs. They started talking about AI being implemented by banks. I used to go to, I still belong to an organization um, related to my profession, and I go to meetings of, people in the industry, government officials, stuff like that. And yeah, they started talking about AI being implemented in banking pre-COVID. I went to some conferences on AI probably about 7 or 8 years ago. So they've been talking about it for a while now, and some of them have implemented it at low levels, but I don't know. It's definitely gonna take away jobs, but I don't think it's gonna completely replace people. Um, I realize it's a little bit different than the technology started taking over people's jobs in the 90s, automation, computerization, robots, for a lot of industries, auto manufacturing, for example. But I don't necessarily see it completely eliminating, the human aspect. Um, at least not for the short term. Maybe in the long term, possibly. I know AI is definitely a game changer, but we'll see what happens. I'm hoping it doesn't take over people's jobs altogether. What coins are you looking to get next? Well, I was looking the other day. I was on Bullion Exchange's website, and I was gonna get a 1 ounce kangaroo because it only had about a 2.5% premium on it. So I literally checked it. They had four in stock, and about an hour later, I checked it. They were sold out. It's getting really hard. I've noticed on a lot of bullion dealers' websites to get gold, especially. Unfortunately, a lot of them are out of stock. Um, it's starting to dry up, guys. At least what I've seen. Silver a little bit, not as much, not as bad, but gold has been kind of drying up. I'd really like to get something nice. I want to kind of get 4 nines fine gold, but I was able to find some gold. I'm gonna let you guys know from SD Bullion. I did buy some gold from them. I don't want to say what I bought. Um, not your typical gold, but the premium was extremely low. So if you watch my year in review video, I said this year my goal is to maybe trade gold for gold. So I'm trying to get gold as close to spot as possible. Most of the gold I pick up, not all the gold, but a large portion of what I pick up this year is going to be gold that I get at or below spot or near spot. And I'm going to use that gold. Hopefully, the price of gold is going to go up, and then I'm going to exchange that gold for something that I really want. So, this is kind of a unique type of gold coin that I don't have this denomination. I do have a gold coin from that country, but you guys will see it in an upcoming video. I don't know when they're going to ship out. All these websites are saying they have unusually high volume, and it might take longer to ship than normal. So I don't know when I'm going to get the coins. Could be a couple weeks, could be a couple months. I have no clue. So we'll wait and see. But yeah, that's pretty much my strategy this year for stacking gold. I'd like to get this year, I'd like to get a Buffalo. That's on my list. I have my first Buffalo. I got a reverse proof, not a reverse, I'm sorry, a proof Buffalo 2006, first year, last year. I traded some silver for it. And I'd like to get a reverse proof Libertad. Those are two gold coins that are on my list of coins I really want to get this year for gold. Do you have any 20 pesos? Yes, I have. I have 19, 17, 18, 19, 1959, 19, 20, 21. I think I'm missing. So I'm missing like maybe 2 years. Well, I think. And I did actually show it in one of my live streams, and actually no one that night said anything to me. I had my 20 pesos out, and no one no one said anything about it on the live stream. I literally had it last week, I think, last Saturday maybe, and no one said anything. So it's kind of weird. But yeah, I had my 1917 20 pesos in BU condition, and that was my most expensive one. I paid $1,000 for that one. Oh man, that was my most expensive 20 pesos, $1,000. I never paid more than $1,000 for 20 pesos. Now they're going for about 2,500. So I think I did pretty good. I'd pay about 915 bucks for them back in the 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Yeah, yeah, I love the 20 pesos. That's my favorite foreign gold coin. I love the 20 pesos. I don't take them out to, I mean, I have to take it out of storage if if I take it out, but maybe if I do a live stream later in the week, I could take one out and bring it out again, but no one really said anything, so I was like, I'm just gonna leave it in storage. No one really, you know, mentioned. But you can see some of my videos. I've done some videos showcasing some of the 20 pesos, especially when I picked it up. If you look from a few years back, the video for my 1917 20 pesos, I think I mentioned I paid like $1,000 for it. So yeah, I definitely have most of my stack what I've shown in my videos. So you could definitely I know I have a lot of videos up, but if you could try to find it, you'll see it. Yeah, I know. Like I said, I know they're like 2,500 bucks for 20 pesos. I know what they're going for. I love it. It's my favorite foreign gold coin, the 20 pesos. I love it. I bought a gold coin that's more than half an ounce of gold, so it should be an interesting coin to own, to show. Have you owned any of the American Liberty high reliefs? Yeah, I have the 2009 Ultra High Relief. I did a video of that. If you check my channel, it's on there. Yeah, I bought the Ultra High Relief last year. I want to say I paid around 4,200 for it, maybe a little bit less. I paid around somewhere around 4,000, 4,200 for it. I thought it was a pretty good deal at the time. I think at the time my dealer was selling it for only like $95 over spot. And this dealer I kind of stopped buying from also this past week. I basically called him up a couple times. He never got back to me. I guess they're just busy, but I kind of don't like the customer service if I'm a long time customer, you know. And I used to buy some stuff from him, and then when I made that purchase, all of a sudden he's like emailing me, calling me up. Oh, thank you for your business. I appreciate it. I'm gonna have it out to you in a couple days. Blah blah blah. All of a sudden they treat you better when you spend more money, right? And I kind of don't like that attitude. I mean, I get it. If you're a good customer, it might treat them a little bit better, but it's like all of a sudden I make a $4,000 purchase instead of a $400 purchase, and you treat me differently. I kind of didn't like that, but it is what it is. Um, what the hell is this going on here now? Uh, I'm lucky I have a good blocker here. It seems a lot of trolls in here trying to a lot of trolls. Thank you, whoever blocked that. I appreciate it. You want the 2023 high relief coin? They have a 2023 one? Which high relief? What is it? That coin's going for 5,602. Nice. And I just bought that less than a year ago, so not a bad increase. What do you think of people sharing their stacks online? Um, like I said, I mean, you got to be smart about it. The reason why I show just a few coins is because I don't have most of my stack. I don't keep it with me. I have it in a secure facility. You know, People are free to do with whatever they want. I don't I can't say either way. If someone wants to show off their stack, let them show it off. I know Dub C tends to show off a lot of precious metals at one time, and he feels pretty comfortable about doing that. So good for him. More power to him. But for me, I'm not going to show off. This is already a lot of money. I'm really not going to show off that much. I don't keep much at home, you know. And if someone was stupid enough to try to figure out who I was, I live in a very secure area, very highly populated area, and where I live is a lot of security. So, good luck trying to get my stuff. But, you know, I think you got to be careful about what you show, about what information you give out as well. So, to each their own. Some people are not that smart about showing their precious metals, but other people, I think for the most part, people are pretty smart about it. If I ever met you in person, that soul silver, I meet you in Burger King. No. I want to walk. I met at a Starbucks to sell gold and silver. Well, I mean, you're on the road, man. I never met anyone face to face, to be honest with you, to buy or sell precious metals, unless it was a dealer, unless they had a shop. Um, I think if you were to do that, your best bet is either to meet at a coin shop, so you could get it tested out if they have an XRF or a Sigma. That's probably your best bet. Or if something sounds shady, say to meet at a police station. That's probably, I know a lot of people do that, especially for watches. I never bought a watch. I bought a watch accessory from someone, and this guy was a extremely wealthy individual. I wanted to meet him in person because this guy actually wrote some books, and he was kind of famous in he wrote some books on like action figure cars, like Mattel cars, whatever. Those what the hell you call them? The little cars, when I'm talking about. So he was pretty famous in that community. He wrote a couple books on those cars. So he was a very well known person. I did a little research on him before I met him. But yeah, in general, I mean, I understand your situation, transient. You're like on the road, so you know, but you should definitely meet at like I would recommend going to like a coin shop or a police station. Um, you know, but that's just me. Yeah, Hot Wheels. That's what I'm thinking of. Hot Wheels. Yeah, he wrote a couple books on Hot Wheels. This guy, he was a very interesting person. He basically sold off most of his watch collection years ago, and I bought something from him on eBay, and I said, "Could we meet up in person?" Because I kind of like meeting people who can teach me things. Like this person was. I looked him up, and he had written stuff in like the 90s, and I saw his picture. He's like an older guy, so I was like, this is someone who I could learn something from if I meet him in person. So I wanted to meet him in person. Um, but yeah, he used to be, or he probably still is, a huge Hot Wheels collector. He's like, one of the top in probably in the world of Hot Wheels. So I mean, you got nothing to worry about, transient. Those days of your old history are over, and that's exactly why I like to meet people at a police station. Because if I'm buying a watch from someone and I say I want to meet at a police station, If something's shady, if something's not right, if the watch is stolen or this or that, they're not going to want to meet me. So it kind of acts as like a filter for me to not get something that is possibly stolen, right? That's why I like to meet at a police station. If I do, if I ever buy something, I'll say, let's meet at a police station and see what the reaction is at first, and then say, okay, let's just meet at a coin shop or something like that. Let's meet in the Diamond District. I could get this thing tested out. Meet at this dealer. We'll have them test it out, see if it's real. So that's probably your best bet is to meet at a coin shop that has a Sigma or an XRF if you buy precious metals. I've been very fortunate. I'm on some forums, and I've been extremely fortunate. I haven't. The only time I got burned was because USPS lost my package. It basically, I don't think the guy made it up. He showed me the box was like ripped, like it was like the way it was like ripped open, like it didn't. It just. I don't think he did it, but he could. He might have done it, but um yeah, it was. He said it was stolen, so I had to. I was only insured up to $100, and it was almost a full tube of Libertads. So yeah, I got kind of I got kind of burned on that. But aside from that, I've never actually gotten like people stole my money or anything aside from that incident. But yeah, uh, what another transient story? What happened? Turning myself into police station in Monrovia. Officer told me to bring my gun in 10 pieces and to put each piece in a different bag. And he laughed at me when I did it. Yeah, I'm not a, I'm in New York City. I'm not a big fan of the popo here. In general, yes, I support law enforcement, but um, as far as the popo here, yeah, I'm not easily amused by them. But honestly, that kind of you could just say that initially to someone to see how they react. You get that initial reaction from them to see, you know, if the item is stolen, they're not gonna answer you, right? If they're like, okay, then you'd be like, how about we meet up at a coin shop instead, something like that, just to see if it's legit. I don't want to buy something stolen. What the hell? Joseph, man, chillax. Not that big a deal. You're my fanboy. You're my, what do they call him? Otaku or something in Japan. Mm. It's crazy. They used to have that in Japan even before like social media. Well, before it was like really popular, I guess. What's going on, Rock? Oh yeah, you've been in here, right? Been kind of quiet. Scratch on a car escalated into a car chase. Then me shooting at them. Don't mess with your car, man. Don't mess with your car. At my LCS, once you enter, you're locked in. Nice. That's awesome that they have that security measure. It's, in the Diamond District, there's tons of police there, honestly. And there used to be maybe like one smash and grab a year, but the last couple years, I think most of those dealers, if not all of them, they've gotten different type of glass now that's like bulletproof glass that's a lot stronger, and there's definitely an increased police presence than there used to be. Like Honestly, I don't think I think they've made it so it's nearly impossible now to get away without the police catching you. But that's a good security measure. It was your friend's girlfriend's car. Okay. I'm a celebrity to you, Joseph. I appreciate that, but you shouldn't look up to me. Yeah, there's some little tiny dinky shops, rinky dink shops here in the city. You'd be you'd be surprised, but there's not too many coin shops left here. There's one that's by appointment only, and that one is pretty secure. That's kind of the same thing where they like kind of buzz you in, and like once you're in the shop, like you can't really get out until they buzz you out. There's one like that. I haven't been to that shop yet. It's one of like the last coin shops here in New York City. There's one I went to. The guy, you also had to make an appointment. They were only open like 2 days a week. The guy's like really old, so he basically closed his shop down. So there's really only maybe like I want to say two functioning coin shops near me. Um, there's a few of them actually, but close by, yeah, maybe only two of them. There's like two of them left in Queens, and I had a falling out with one of them. So, um, there's a few I go to in Manhattan. That's about it. Like bullion exchanges. We had an underground club there on Myrtle. Uh, I don't know. I think Joseph was really happy that I sent him that Standing Liberty quarter. Myrtle is a street in Monrovia. Yeah, I kind of figured that. You know where Crenshaw is, transient. You ever been to South Central LA, transient? What's the cross street again on Crenshaw? I'm trying to figure it out. Crenshaw Boulevard. I there's a reason why I've never been to California transient. I, I don't have to get into it. I think you can see for yourself, especially with the governor that you have there. I bet you I bet you had that Tech 9 with you too when you were there. A lot of drive-bys around there back in the 90s. Yup. I love Rush Hour. Oh my god, I love that movie. That movie, one, I love one, two, and three. I remember watching two when I went down to Florida with my uncle. We went to went down to Boca just to save like a few bucks. It was like this old ass. No, we went to. I think we went to Miami. We didn't even go to Boat. We went to like Miami to this old movie theater. It was like wooden seats and shit. and we were like the only two people there watching the movie, and it was like $1. Yeah, we went to like Miami. It was hilarious. Yeah, we saw Rush Hour 2. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I don't think anyone understands the words coming out of your mouth. Oh my God, Chris Tucker, man. That guy was hilarious. Hilarious. I used to love Rush Hour. Those movies are awesome. Those are some of my favorite movies. When I hear people say Crenshaw, I think of Crenshaw melon. You know, Crenshaw melon. It's like a cantaloupe. Doesn't taste that good. Barbecue in Compton. Nice. You know I don't eat meat, Joseph, right? You're gonna get me an Impossible Burger from them. Yeah, of course. That's why I said Rush Hour was great. Yeah, both of them were hilarious. The crazy thing that about Jackie Chan is that he actually did not, and I don't know if he still does not get the humor though. He honestly did not understand it, like the humor back then. But yeah, I used to watch all those old ass Hong Kong martial arts movies with Jackie Chan, Bruce Lee, and like the different brothers, like Sammo Hung. He's my favorite. He's like a big dude who could move really fast. He used to have a TV. They gave him a TV show called Martial Law. It was on for like a couple years. Yeah, he's one of my favorite martial artists, Sammo Hung. I love Hong Kong action movies. I love them. Enter the Dragon, baby. Classic. Project A. That's another one of my favorite movies. I've seen most of those back in the day when I was a kid. Johnny Too Fat. Yeah, I remember when I met up with Sentu Georgie. He told me he met a famous martial artist. I don't wanna name who though. But yeah, Barney Miller. I relate to Wojo with his gray book. I put up a clip of Barney Miller when they started talking about gold. I still got that clip up. The Mission is one of my favorite Hong Kong action movies. I'm gonna have to check that out. I don't remember that one so much. It's been so long since I've seen those movies. I watched most of them when I was a kid. British historical drama. That what? Wait, what? Is that a is that a that's not a I don't know what that is. The Mission. Let me see Hong Kong. Oh, that's much later. That's in the 90s. I don't know if I saw that one. I was watching those old school ones from like the 70s and 80s, maybe some from the early 90s. I don't know if I saw The Mission. I'll definitely have to check it out though. Johnny Toe. Yeah, I don't know. Uh, yeah, I could probably look him up on IMDb. I see him on I see him on Wikipedia. I mean, Johnny Toe. There's just so many like Hong Kong actors back then, like who try to get into martial arts. I don't I don't really recognize him. I don't know. I watched a lot of the older ones from like the 70s and 80s. I never watched the newer ones for some reason. I guess because they weren't out on video. Like, because when I was a kid, I would just watch them on like VHS or something. The older ones from like the 80s and early 90s and 70s. So I never seen the newer ones for the most part. Yeah. As soon as I read Barney Miller, I heard the bass line in the intro. Yeah, I love Barney Miller. I just happened, like, I rarely watched TV when I lived in my old place. And I just happened to turn on the TV one night and I saw Barney Miller on TV. I'm like, this is an interesting show. It takes place in New York City, you know. So I started watching it um online. I started watching all the episodes of Barney Miller online. So Johnny Toe is more action. Yeah, yeah. There's so many of those Hong Kong martial arts movies they made, man. Like here, Election, The Mission, PTU, Triad Election, Exiled, Running Out of Time, Drug War, Thrown Down, Mad Detective. Yeah, see all of them here. You know who's a good? You know what? There was a Thai martial artist. The movie is called Ong Bak. I forgot the guy's name. Tony Jaa, I think, was his name, and he was an amazing martial artist. And I heard like something happened to him. He got like really cocky, and he started demanding like more money from movies and stuff. Um, but if you want to see a really good martial arts movie, I highly recommend Ong Bak, Muay Thai Warrior, and Tom Yum Goon was the second one. No, they had Ong Bak too, but um, the movies from around the early 2000s with him in them were really good. The third one is not good. I think I saw all three. The first one's the best one. The second one was okay. Um, but Tony Jaa used to be like a really good Muay Thai martial artist. So yeah, I don't know if you go to Thailand, try to look for Tony Jaa movie. But yeah, he got like really cocky and stuff, and he started like doing drugs and stuff, and I think someone like died, and like one of his parents or someone like close to him. But he kind of fizzled out really quickly. I think he went like crazy or some shit. Battling gallbladder cancer. Yeah, I'm not surprised. He was doing a lot of drugs back in the day, I heard. So, Bangkok Dangerous, exactly. Yeah, I heard of that movie. I think was he in that one? I think he was in that one. He made like yeah, I think he was in there. I'd love to learn Muay Thai. Yeah, Muay Thai is really fast paced. Actually, the Muay Thai that they teach now is completely different than the original Muay Thai. The Muay Thai originally was meant to like kill people, like be very lethal. It's kind of like a watered down version, the one they do now. It was really meant for like, really close combat, like life or death combat, pretty much. The current Muay Thai is like very like watered down from what I've heard. But yeah, it'd be cool if you go to Thailand to see like Muay Thai boxing matches. That'd be cool to go to transient. That'd be something. I don't know if you're a betting person. You bet like $1 or something on a match, something like that. There's a lot of money there. Just bet like $1. But yeah, Muay Thai is awesome. But yeah, Ong Bak is a good martial artist. Like he's an amazing martial artist, Tony Jaa. If you saw the way he moved, like and the choreographing in that movie is amazing. It almost doesn't look real. I'm sure there's like some like special effects, but like not like all what he does is like he does it himself. Man, oh man, get some Thai gold, man. You gotta get some Thai gold. No copper and Thai gold. It's gold and silver. That's all they put in. Yeah, you could snap a picture of this, maybe look it up on Google where that is. I don't think he was laughing with you, Joseph. I think he was laughing at you. I know where Akka went. He just came. He just popped in for a minute. He just popped in. He might still be lurking. I don't know. Man, I've been streaming over 2 hours already. It's getting kind of late. I'm probably gonna stay on maybe another 5 or 10 minutes and then head out. It's getting kind of late. I slept most of the day away today, so that's why I'm really not that tired right now. So, yeah. Hey, good day, Peter. Good to see you. Welcome in. Yeah, I was just saying I'm gonna probably end the stream soon. I just mentioned Akka. He was in here earlier. He didn't stay too long, unless he's still watching. I was just talking a little bit about his gold that he gave me. Because Transient's gonna go to Thailand, so Akka was telling him to try to get some Thai gold when he's there. They don't put any copper in their gold. It's 22 karat gold, basically, pretty much, or higher. So yeah, I love high carat gold. It's beautiful. I just love the color of pure gold. And this year, the Royal Mint in the UK, they came out with the Sovereign. that is yellow gold now. No more, no more, no more rose gold. Thank God. I hated the rose gold design. I think it looked. I didn't think it looked good. I'm not a big fan of rose gold. I do have a sovereign, or maybe I sold it. That was rose gold, and yeah, I'm not a big fan of rose gold. So I'm glad they went back to more yellow color gold. Last weekend, someone was selling Australian War in the Pacific gold coins. Yeah, I saw those on a website. I actually tried buying one before. They had extreme. They usually had pretty low premiums. Those coins. They're put out by the Perth Mint. A lot of the Perth Mint has extremely low premiums here for the gold. Surprisingly, like on Bullion Exchange's website, they had the 1 ounce kangaroos. They only had about a 2.5% premium over spot, but they sold out of it. Um, so yeah, there's a website here. You could get a gold eagle at cost, and I never took advantage of this, but it's completely legit if you're interested. I should have gotten it when gold was around 1800, but you guys can check that out. Um, if you want to get a gold eagle at cost, they used to actually have it sometimes below melt. Um, so the at cost might be below spot even for them. I don't know how they do it right now. They used to either offer an AGE or a 1 ounce gold bar. They used to have. Yeah. Oh, you never been Bullion Exchange? So Bullion Exchanges is a dealer here in New York City, and a lot of people in the community have purchased from them. They have probably 90% of their business is online. So yeah, it's I tend I they know me there when I go to them. So yeah, I love Bullion Exchanges. I personally don't like to order from them online. I had some quality issues related to a tube of coins that I got, but in general, I tend to go to them in person to buy stuff, and I don't really have too many issues with them. So unfortunately, their inventory is quite low right now. It looks like they have a new ABC Bullion Southern Cross 10 ounce bar, Peter. If you're here, high relief bar. I'm gonna drop a link in the website for you, Peter, if you're still here. You could check it out. Um, 30 years of holding. You've been stacking for 30 years. Well, yeah, gold. Precious metals are a long-term play. Yeah, the price of silver is down 30%, but considering where it was a year ago at $30 an ounce, it's still up a tremendous amount. But yeah, bullion exchanges has some good pricing. They sell gold at spot a lot of times. You guys can check them out. I'm pretty I'm pretty sure if I was a betting man, that bullion exchanges is probably the largest authorized dealer of Perth Mint products in the U.S. If I had to guess, and it looks like now ABC Bullion as well. All the Perth Mint products that come to the U.S. go through New York City. So every kangaroo and not maple, every kangaroo and kookaburra you see originally came to New York first when it entered the U.S. So they have huge amount of Perth Mint products, bullion exchanges. Yeah, I didn't even know ABC had a 10-ounce Southern Cross bar either. They might not even have released it yet in Australia. Sometimes they release it in the US before they even release it in Australia. Just like with video game consoles, sometimes like they used to release it in Japan before they came out in the US even. So I think they kind of do the same thing with bullion, except that they release it in the US before they do in Australia even. So, yeah. Uh, well, considering inflation's hovering around what, 3% a year now, it's down to 3.5%. I don't think it has to go up that high. I don't know where you're getting those numbers from. If inflation is only around 3.5% a year, it basically only has to go up 3.5%. And I don't know where you're coming to $230 from. Just like the 2026 kook, it's as scarce as hen's teeth. Yeah, you know, unfortunate. I mean, I feel bad for you guys in Australia because I know most of the coins either come to the U.S. or Germany from the Perth Mint. So I really feel bad that you're not able to get it so easily there. I mean, they should give first priority to Australia, but it is what it is. Fortunately, the kookaburra has become very popular here in the U.S. over the last few years. I like to think I had a small part in making it popular. Yeah, I think they're not going to come out with the gold ones till the end of the year, right? Oh no, usually in the summertime, usually around June. Well, for us it's the summer here. Usually around June or July they come out with the gold kookaburra. So I always get two of them every year, the 1/10 ounce gold kookaburras. I love them. 15,000 mintage every year. And I think what the kookaburras, the 1 ounce silver, are usually what half a million they make every year. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this up, Peter and everyone else. I just want to thank everyone for showing up. I really do appreciate everyone stopping by tonight. Um, I hope everyone is able to get some precious metals. Silver is still relatively low. If anyone could try to get silver or gold or platinum, now might be the time to get it, although gold is up a bit. Who knows what's going to happen in the next week or so. Let's see what happens, guys. I hope everyone's able to achieve their stacking goals this year, and let's see what happens. Hopefully, we'll have some more buying opportunities like this where the price dips, and take advantage of it, guys. Don't buy when it's going up, guys. Buy when it's going down. That's just that's how I stack. All right, guys. Everyone, have a good night. Have a good day wherever you are in the world. Take care. And like I always say,